let's kind of start from the beginning. Because I remember our first call together. You were still in college, right? You took the call in your dorm, and you're
Yeah.
not even sure about dropping out of college or continue. Like, what's going on with that now?
Yeah, so I'm still here actually.
Okay.
Still in the dorm, everything like that. I'm actually dropping out after this semester. So,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. How do you feel about that?
looking forward to it. Looking
Yeah.
forward to it,
I mean, dude,
yeah.
you're making like multiple six figures a year now.
Yeah,
It's like,
definitely. So, yeah, I just had to make the
yeah.
move. So,
Yeah, it was, I'm sure it was a tough decision, right?
not really, no.
Not really. Okay. How do your parents feel about that?
Yeah, they're on board with it.
Yeah.
So,
They support you? Cool. I
yeah,
mean, you're
definitely.
making good money, so it's like, what's the
Yeah,
point,
exactly.
right?
Can't really deny it.
Yeah. What were you going to college for anyways?
Business. So, yeah, I
It's
mean,
okay, yeah.
already there, yeah.
Yeah, you'll learn more about business by actually being in a business than going to business school, listening to professors talk about business, which
They've
if they
never
were
ran a business, so.
yeah, if they were so knowledgeable about business, then why are you a college professor? Why are you not running a seven-figure
Yeah,
business?
definitely, definitely.
Right? Cool. So that's awesome, dude. I'm really proud of you because I remember our first call together. You were maybe like a little bit hesitant. I think like you weren't in business before, and this was like a big risk and leap of faith for you.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
we appreciate you for trusting us and taking that leap of faith. Where do you feel like that entrepreneurial spirit comes from?
Yeah, I would say, um, I mean, God-given entrepreneurial spirit, and then at the same time, I mean, I've just, I've seen other people, you know, been successful in the entrepreneurial world, make running their own businesses. I've been in the insurance space for a few months, and so I've kind of seen what you can do with it. I've seen the vision, and so I just, saw this opportunity, and I thought I had to take it. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And how long in total have you been in the insurance space?
about 5 months.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
yeah, about 5 months. Yeah.
Less than half a year. And before that, were you working before that or were you just going to school full time?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I mean, I graduated high school, in the
Yeah.
spring. Obviously worked like high school jobs, typical high school jobs at a restaurant,
Sure.
stuff like that.
Sure.
But then, yeah, in June, took the jump, took the
Okay.
leap of faith went down to Tampa, spent a few months out there, learning how to
Cool.
sell. And then, yeah, the last few months just been selling from the dorm. So,
Hell yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That's what's up. So prior to this insurance opportunity, you didn't have any sales experience or any business experience, right? This is kind of your first bad at it.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotcha.
Definitely.
Okay. When you did get into insurance, before starting working with us, what kind of leads were you running?
Yeah, I was running, CRM center leads. I was running IUL leads. I was still specializing in the IUL and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, I started off with for the first month and a half, almost 2 months, I was running age leads, thrown to me by my upline, just ripping through those, trying to stay profitable. And then from there, started investing into my own leads. I actually saw pretty good success. Wrote 40K in August off of premium CRM leads, but I just didn't see it as being sustainable. I mean, I was spending a lot on a monthly basis, and it's just they were raising their prices like every week, and so it was just spiraling out of control. I was like, this isn't sustainable. So
Yeah.
that kind of propelled me to start looking around for other options, and that's when I kind of stumbled across you guys. So
Exactly. Exactly. And when you were buying the CRM center leads, how much were you spending?
yeah, it was about. I mean, it first was like $1,000 for like 30, then through like mid August or whatever, it went up to like 1,100. Then it was like 1,200. Then it was like about to be 1,300 for the next batch. So I mean, it was just like going up. So I
That's
was like,
crazy.
it wasn't sustainable
Yeah.
at all. So
Yeah. And you were spending 5, 6K a month on that, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. And you were profitable, but you were thinking it's like, how long can I actually keep that sustainable?
yeah,
Right.
exactly. And I mean, well, that, and I was like, I was profitable initially, but it's like once chargebacks start hitting, like, am I really going to be profitable when you're spending
Hmm.
5K a month
Yeah.
on, on leads that are going to charge back eventually? So
Yeah, exactly. So what was it about us that made you, even want to reach out and book a call with us and hop on board?
yeah, so I mean, it actually went back to, the agency that I was with, their managers went out, met with you guys.
Right.
Obviously, I heard a bunch of stuff from what they had to say, said that you guys had a really good program, so I started following you guys on Instagram. Kind of, watched other testimonials, watched other, kind of watched what you guys had to say about what you guys were actually doing. I mean, it made sense. Everything made sense. I mean, owning your own funnel, owning your own business in that sense, everything like that just made a lot of sense. And so from there, I just, that coupled with the fact that what I was doing wasn't sustainable, I was like, might as well reach out and just see what, what this would look like. So
Yeah, and it was kind of a no-brainer because you were spending about 5, 6K a month, and our price point is not even 5, 6K a month to start. It's
yeah,
actually less than that. So
yeah,
it's
it's
a
a lot less. Yeah,
no-brainer, right? It was a no-brainer to really make that transition. And that
definitely.
transition, right? And I talked about this with you on our first call, right? It's not easy. You're transitioning from kind of that sales rep mentality to more of that business owner mentality where you do own your own lead flow. And in the beginning, there were some obstacles, right? There were times when you actually reached out to me personally and you're like, hey,
Yeah.
it's taken a bit to get ramped up. Like, what's going on? I'm seeing other people crushing it. Like, talk to people about that transition, that ramp up period, and how did you navigate through those obstacles?
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, if the product makes sense and if everything else makes sense, if you're with, like in yours, one of the great things that I've heard other people say about BDL, one of the things that I've definitely experienced is you have a team of people that are, one text away, one call away in your, channel. And so anytime that you think you have a problem with something, whatever it may be, you have people at your disposal that you can reach out to, see what's going on and kind of alter things as needed. So that was one of the things that definitely, kept me going because I was able to see real time things getting, adjusted, things getting sorted out, things getting optimized. And so obviously that kept me going. And then also, just the fact, like the concept of, I saw the scalability because you own your own ad account. You can scale, how much you're investing, you can scale everything about that. So whereas with buying leads every single week, you're not able to scale that. I mean, you can't work your price per lead down when you're doing that. If anything, it's only going to go up because they're upcharging. So there's that. The other thing too is you aren't able to actually, build an exclusive funnel. And so just everything, the product essentially just sold itself to a point where I was like, I almost couldn't go back to the other way. I was like, knowing that this is here, knowing that there's, this side of things, I was just like, maybe I'm in a slump right now, but get on the other side of that slump. And I just knew it was going to be better. And so now here we are on the
Yeah.
other side of that slump that I dealt with initially, and it's way better. So
Yeah, you saw the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
How
like short
long?
term pain for long term gain. Yeah.
Exactly. Delayed gratification, because I feel like people that are used to buying leads, they're used to that instant gratification. Oh, I buy a lead pack, I'm
Exactly.
gonna close 2, 3 deals. Okay, cool. You made that quick cash, but then what happens if it charges back 3 months later? Where's the
Exactly.
potential to scale, right? So very powerful. And that's honestly, that's very mature of you to even come to that acknowledgement, right? Because how old are you?
18.
You're 18. That's crazy, man. You're
Yeah.
18 and you're thinking like a business owner. Meanwhile, I'm on calls with like people that are in their late 20s and early 30s and they can't even like have
Yeah. I
that
see
delayed
those videos all the time. They don't know what they're
gratification.
doing.
It's crazy, right? So, going back to that slump that you were talking about, usually it's only within like the first
Yeah. First
two,
few
three
weeks.
weeks, right?
Yeah.
How long was that slump for you?
Yeah, it was, like you said, about I think it was right around 3 weeks, and then after that, started getting a lot more, a lot more presentations. Started talking to a lot more people, got more people on the phone, and then right after that, I mean, right once the presentation rate went up, close rate just went hand in hand. I started, closing deals left and right.
Yeah,
Did I think like 16K in business last week. So
crazy.
yeah, it's ramped up a lot. So
Damn, 16K last week. So this month of November, I mean, if you keep it up, I mean, you're on track to hit like what, 60K, 70K?
yeah, yeah, that's the goal. Yeah, take it as far as yeah,
Yeah.
no limits. So yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah. What do you feel like clicked for you like during that like from slump to like boom, momentum? Like what do you feel like changed?
I mean, consistency at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You have to be hitting certain KPIs. You have to be hitting, you
Yeah.
have to be dialing. You have to be working the leads. At the end of the day, yeah, they're premium. Yeah, they're exclusive, and no one else, is going to be contacting them. But at the end of the day, I mean, so you still have to be working them like you would any other. I mean, if you're not calling them, they're not going to sell themselves. So it was just a
Exactly.
matter of consistently working them throughout the day. Another thing too is like with the fact that they're high intent. I feel like I had to treat them as such, so I would be shooting them text, just letting them know, like, let's say I saw them coming in at night, I would shoot them a text when like. But so another thing that I did actually kind of taking a step back. This is one of the most recent adjustments I made to the IUL landing page. Is I have a question that says, at the end, when's the best time to contact you? And
Mm.
so let's say they fill the form out late at night. I see them come in, but they say on the form that their best time is 9 in the morning. I'll shoot them a text then just saying, hey, this is like just introduce myself, letting them know what number I'm going to be reaching out from, letting them know that I have them in the calendar for that time, shoot them a call then. And so just working them. I mean, that really at the end of the day, that's kind of the key.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like this is only going to work if you work the leads, right? I feel like some people think that just because they hop on BDL, we have like a system that's just going to save you. Like, no, you still have to put in the same hours that you were putting in, but you're just going
Yeah,
to talk into way better quality leads, right?
exactly.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. So, speaking about texting and follow up and everything, what are your thoughts on like the Onyx CRM that we're using, the follow ups, the nurturing pipeline? Are you taking full
Yeah.
advantage of that?
Yeah, it's one of the things that I've been doing is, I'll shoot them a call from my personal number initially, and then if for whatever reason can't get a hold of them or it doesn't go through, is I'll shoot them a call from the Onyx number. So they'll have two numbers, and then I'll text them from the Onyx number, just depending on whether or not they're seeing my personal text. And so yeah, definitely taking advantage of it. Also, you can keep track of kind of stages of where the lead is.
Yes.
So
That's
using
super
that
important.
to
Talk to people about that, about how organizing that is really important compared to what you used to do with just like a spreadsheet.
Yeah, with just a spreadsheet, I mean, you aren't able to, keep real-time records of what needs to be done per lead. Whereas, like you kind of maybe you can group them. So like maybe these ones do this, these ones I need to do this. But with Onyx, you can like narrow it down to the individual lead, what needs to be done, when to do it. You can also the AI that's incorporated with Onyx will do a majority of it for you. I mean, if they need to be, if a follow-up text is needed, it can do that for you. If so, I mean, the AI integration takes a lot off your plate when it comes to reaching out and just keeping the client, a warm lead, keeping them warm, keeping them everything like that. So,
Nurturing them, customer servicing them, right?
yeah.
Let's dive into a little bit of the sales process because I know you're running exclusively IULs now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you approach like, let's say you dial lead, they pick up. How do you approach the intro of the call and then to the discovery and everything?
Yeah. So I approached the intro, just like, hey, introduce myself, just say, I'm the guy that's supposed to be reaching out to you. I have here, this is why, you were looking into it. Is that correct? And they'll say, yes, that's exactly why I was looking into it. I'll be like, gotcha. So like I said, I was the guy that was supposed to get out. Then just, shoot them a quick text with my credentials, kind of, ask them to get me up to speed of where they're at with their understanding of the IUL so I can understand what needs to be filled in as far as product knowledge goes. And then from there, just fill in all the gaps, qualify them medically first, then kind of price pitch, see what would work best for them, see, what type of structure they need for the IUL, whatever it may be. And then from there, just roll into the application. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What's your close rate been lately?
it's been high. If I can pull my most recent KPI, I
Yeah,
think it was I think it was like right around 30%.
that's pretty good. That's really good.
Yeah, 30,
Yeah.
40, somewhere in there.
Yeah, anything above 30% is really good for a close rate off of presentations.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I appreciate about you is you actually track your KPIs and you
Yeah.
actually report them in the Slack channel every week,
Yeah.
right? So we can actually help you adjust things in the back end and make any changes that we need to make. Some people, they don't even track their KPIs, right?
Some people don't know what a KPI is. Yeah.
No, some people don't even know what a KPI is exactly, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you say to someone, Chase, who's maybe, on the fence with hopping on board with BDL. They've seen our content, they've seen our reviews and testimonials. They're like, I'm just not so sure. I just want to wait. What would you say to them?
Yeah. I mean, you know, one, you have to look at, just like when you're, talking to a client, you need to, like, one of the things that you do when you're talking to a client is you look at where are you now and where do you want to be. And so that's one of the major things that I would say to anyone looking with BDO is look at where are you now? Are you overspending? Are you able to accept the fact and like actually come to, terms with reality that whoever you're buying leads from right now is one, upcharging, two, they're raising prices on a weekly basis, three, it's not exclusive. So accept the fact that, you are where you are now and just, like you said, look at the light at the end of the tunnel, see, where am I now? Where do I want to be? Do I want to be at a point where I want exclusivity? Do I want to be at a point where I want, you know, a team that's going to work with me to get, price per lead down, that's going to work with me to scale? Do I want that? And I mean, if the answer is yes, I mean, if you can accept the fact that you want better, than what you're currently doing, then I would say, yeah, work with BDO.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you for saying that. And what would you say? Who do you think should not work with BDL? Opposite question.
I would say, I mean, if you, I would say if you can't, well, one, if you can't do anything that I just mentioned, if you can't come to terms with the fact that, you are being upcharged, everything like that. If you aren't able to accept that reality, then obviously, you're not going to be a good fit. Another thing too is if you aren't going to work leads already, if you're not already doing that, obviously you're not going to be a good fit. And if you aren't comfortable if you aren't comfortable with viewing the insurance industry as a business, at the end of the day, and you aren't able to invest in yourself, I mean, you're not going to make it, no matter what you do. I mean, if you can't invest in yourself, it's not worth it.
Yeah. And that's coming from an 18-year-old kid, so more people need to listen to you.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome, man. Any any last words for, potentially people that will be watching this, pieces of advice, words of wisdom from Chase?
I don't know. I mean, I would say, yeah, I mean, I would say, like, one of the biggest pieces of advice that, I've, I guess, taken from my time in the insurance space is, it is, you know, one, it's 100% commission based. So you're independent in that regard. And so you need to figure out what's going to work best for you. And two, it's business ownership. And so you need to figure out what is the, like, you need to look long term. And in
Yeah,
this industry, you need to look long term and you need to
yeah,
see, yeah, you can get quick turnover rates fast, you can close deals fast, but you need to look long term and say,
yeah,
what is actually profitable, what's actually keeping people on the books, how do I actually scale? And so from there, I mean, that's where your decisions lie. Is you need to look long
yeah.
term and see what decisions are going to take you to wherever you want to be. So
Absolutely. Speaking of long term, what are your goals for the next? I mean, you've been in the industry for almost 6 months now. What are your goals for the next 6 months, 12 months, and 18 months and beyond?
yeah, I mean, I would say, Um, from a production standpoint, just keep on producing. I want to be, hitting, anywhere from, I know you guys have a client. I think he's doing 80K months.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is. Yeah.
yeah. I want to get in the 80K month range
You're
at
close. You're
least.
close. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to get there. I want to get, that's a goal that I can see myself realistically hitting in the next few months. So get in the 80K a month range from a personal production standpoint. And then another thing too is, scale a business, scale an agency, everything like that. And so, really take this opportunity to take the industry and just run with it. So
I love it, man. I love it. We love having you as a client, and I enjoy having conversations with you all the time, man. And if you're ever
definitely.
down in Tampa, dude, hit us up. You're welcome to the compound anytime. We'll smoke a cigar. Oh, wait, no, you're not allowed to smoke, right? You're not smoking.
We'll find a way around
We'll
that
have a
one.
drink. We'll smoke a cigar. It's cool, man. It's cool. But
Definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
man.
But yeah, I think I'm, like I said, a week back, I think I'm going to be in the Tampa area during Thanksgiving break.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
Next week, or
it's two
that's gonna
weeks,
be 2 weeks
2 weeks.
from now. Cool. Yeah, no,
So
we'll be available. We definitely got to
yeah,
chop it up. Yeah, let's do
definitely,
it.
definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, I do, everything about BDL. Like you said, I love the partnership and looking to take this to the moon. So
Let's go. Yeah, let's take you there, man.
go.
I'm super excited to see what the next 6 months will look like for you. Really
Definitely,
appreciate you taking the time out of your day. I know you got to get back to closing some deals, so I don't want to distract you from it. Any
definitely.
last bits of things you want to say?
No, I think we covered it all. So
Cool. Yeah.
yep.
Really appreciate your time, man.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate, you offering up the opportunity to, just share what my experience. So
All right, brother. Have a good rest of your
yep.
week. Cheers.
Yeah, you too.